yes if you can hear me. Yes, Maureen Ify, thank you. I can see you. If you can hear me, type yes. Good. I can see you. Maureen Ify, I can see you. Iflex Tommy, I can see you. AGK Ade, I can see you. You are welcome. I can see you. If you can hear me very well, say yes. If you can hear me loud and clear, say loud and clear. I want to be sure you can hear me. Welcome to 2022. How was 2021? Great. Adebi Deborah can hear me clearly. Great. If you are just joining us, if you can hear me, say yes. Type yes. If you can hear me loud and clear, type loud and clear. I need to be sure you can hear me. You are welcome. Good. Ikechukwu Amechi, he said you can hear me loud and clear. You are welcome. I can see you. You can do somebody a favor today. This section is Mike Mary Fashion Business section. We are building a community of fashion-related business owners. And one of the things we'll be talking about today is sales funnel. But before we get started, you can do something for somebody out there. I would love you to share this link to be able to on your Facebook wall or your Instagram wall if you are watching us on Instagram, to invite someone to watch this alongside with you. Good. Ikechukwu say you can hear me. If you can hear me clearly, loud and clear, just type loud and clear. Let's just wait a few minutes for those that are still coming on board to join us. We know today holiday is over. Some people already resumed their office. Some might be on traffic. Some might be on their way going home. Let's just wait a few minutes for them while we kick off. Those on Instagram, I appreciate you. If you can hear me, just type loud and clear. Precious Uchenna, you are welcome. I can see you. In few minutes we'll be getting started. Let's just wait a little while for those that are still joining on us.
Supposed to link up, but you be Johnson. Me, but if your love they hide me like he be holy. Oh baby, don't leave me lonely.
While we're waiting for others to join us, the topic we'll be talking about today is sales funnel. You might be asking, why sales funnel? Why should you have a sales funnel? What is sales funnel? But the thing is, you cannot hit a target without a plan. It's not rocket science. Just imagine it's like going to the market without knowing exactly what you are going to buy. You will end up buying what you don't need. So that's why it's necessary for you to have a sales funnel when it comes to business. You need a sales funnel to be able to plan your next move to your prospects down the ladder. And sales funnel is a marketing term. Almost everybody might be familiar with the word sales funnel, but what makes the difference is the application and the implementation. Sales funnel is just a marketing term used to describe the process or journey which you take your customers down the way to purchase your product. You are into fashion, you are in a product-based fashion-related business. You sell, you do ready to wear, you sell shoes, you sell fashion accessories, you sell jewelries. You are into product-based business. But if you are into service-related, maybe you are into laundry business, you are a fashion designer, you sew, you are into other related services that has to do with fashion. Irrespective of your business, you still need a sales funnel. Sales funnel will really help your business to scale. It will really help you to scale your business and take your business to the next level. If you can still hear me loud and clear, type yes. I want to be sure you are hearing me. If you can hear me loud and clear, type yes. I just want to be sure you are hearing me. I want to be sure we are communicating. Somebody is asking, how do I connect to the live section? While you're on our page, Mike Mary Fashion on Facebook, you can see the live video on. You can watch it directly from there. Can you see that? You can click on the share button to share the link on your status for your followers and your friends to also be able to take advantage of this information. Somebody was asking, how do I get connected to the live section? Moturai or Deborah Ogunleye. Just while for you to be on this comment section, definitely you are already on the live section. Or maybe I don't understand what you mean by how do you get connected. Do you mean joining our community? Okay, before the section ends, we are going to drop the link for you to join our community where you can network and leverage with other fashion related business owners. Now let's get started. As I said initially, while we get started, you need to get your questions ready. As you have your question, drop it on the comment section. We'll be taking them one after the other. Your audience is one of the ways through which you can get new customers. What do you do? Are you a fashion designer? Are you hairstylist? Are you into makeup? Whatsoever your business is, you need to have an audience. It is this audience that you filter out your customer, no matter what line of fashion you are into. Whether you are a designer, you are into garment technologies, you are a fashion accessory seller, a textile designer, fashion illustrator, name it. Fashion merchandiser, you are into virtual merchandiser, you are a stylist, you are a fashion buyer, you are a graphic designer, because graphic designer is also one of the other areas that are related that accompany fashion as a business. You are into fashion e-commerce, you are a model, you are a makeup artist, you are a hairstylist, name it. You need an audience, and it is this audience that guides your channel through which you get your customers. As I said initially, sales funnel is a marketing term used to describe the process or journey through which you take your customers down to the end at which they purchase your product. It's like going to the market without knowing exactly what you are going to buy. You end up buying what you don't need. You need a sales funnel to plan your next move to get your prospect down the ladder. Remember, it's not a rocket science. We believe in process here. Technologies can be scary, but don't worry. Just know the process. Be strategic, learn to change quickly, and boom, you hit the target. The sales funnel course is going to help you a lot. It's not totally magic. As I said initially, it's a process, and we believe that this process, once you implement it, is something that is going to give you a very big result. Now, when it comes to sales funnel, is in stages. We have the awareness stage. You don't just meet somebody today and immediately, boom, the person will start buying from you. No. Product. Let them get conversant of your product. Interest stage. After the interest stage, we have the sales evaluation stage. Then after the sales evaluation stage, we have the commitment or the purchase stage. Now, why do we need to have the awareness stage? For you to have the awareness stage, you need to identify the type of customers you want for your business. With your customer avatar, which I will also teach you in this course, a customer avatar, because customer avatar gives you idea of who your client is. It gives you idea of who your client is. But before I give you the full detail of this sales funnel, I think it's ideal for me to give you the information of the customer avatar. Think of who your customer avatar is. If I ask you now, what do? You say you are a fashion stylist. Then the next thing I will ask you is, who are your customer? Who is your ID customer? Your ID customer, you need to give your ID customer a name. 1 out of a million is your ID customer, in the sense that my ID customer can be Biola. Who is Biola? Biola is he a male or female? You need to know. How old is Biola? Is Biola live? You need to know. Which school did Biola attend? No matter the area you operate, you need to know all these details. What is the profession of your ID customer, Biola? What does he do? What is the income of Biola? Is it Biola a low income earner? Is Biola an average income earner? Is Biola a high class income earner? Is Biola a politician? What religion is Biola into? Is it Christian? Is it Muslim? Is it a pagan or Hindu? What are Biola's hobby? What is the gender of Biola? Is it male or female? You need to know all this information. What is the level of education of Biola? Is Biola a school cert holder? Is it a BSc holder? Is it master degree holder? Then for those of you that are into business to business, when I say business to business now, for example, you are into makeup, you sell makeup and you sell in wholesale to other retailers. Now you are not selling directly to the customer that are end users, you are selling to other business owners. In this way now, your ID customer, which industry do they operate? You need to think about it. All this information I've given you now are the things that will make you understand who your customer is, so that by the time we go into the sales funnel, you know who you are looking for. For business to business, your ID customers, what industry are they operating? You are into you sell makeup in wholesale. Who are you selling to? What is the number of employee your ID customer have in their company? What is the annual revenue of your ID customers? Years in business. For how long have your ID customer been in business? Where are your ID customer located? Are they in Lagos? If it is in Lagos, which area of Lagos? Island, mainland, Ikeja, Ikorodu? Are they in Abuja? Are they in US? You need to know your ID customer. Who do they sell to? You need to know this also. These are part of the things you need to consider under business to business as an ID customer. Then we still need to go deeper. Think about a typical day in the life of your ID customer or prospect. What are their favorite brands? Which brand? Their favorite website. Which website do they usually visit? Website? Do they visit a gossip website? What is the source of their news? Is it Linda Ikeja Is it Nige.com? Is it Pulse.ng? What is the source of their industry or business news? Your ID customer, where do they get their industry news? Do they get it from international industry platform? Do they get it from local industry platform? You need to know all this. Which social media are your ID customers? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Twitter? Are they on LinkedIn? You need to know this. If you can hear me loud and clear, type yes, I can hear you. I need to be sure you are hearing me. I need to be sure you are communicating. If you can hear me, type yes, I can hear you. And I want to be seeing question in the comment box. As you are getting your question, you drop it in the comment box so that I don't get to forget. I will go over it and attend to the question one after the other. Are we there? I want to see the comment on the chat. Are we there? Yes. No matter your line in fashion, in fact, not just fashion, no matter the kind of business you do, you need to know who your ideal customer is. And to create this are part of information I've been giving. Now I said for you to go deeper, you need to know which social media does your ideal customer go to. Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Twitter? Or they are not even on social media at all? You need to know who are the authority figures, the thought leaders or big brand that your ideal customer like or follow. Your ideal customer, do they follow celebrities on social media? You need to know. Do they follow big entrepreneurs on social media? You need to know. Do they follow people like Dangote? You need to know. Do they follow people like Otedola on social media? You need to know. All this information, by the time you start looking for your customers, all the details and parameters you need to figure customer, and this can be applied in any line of your fashion business. In going further, also, what books does your ID customer read? You need to know this. What event does your ID customer attend? Do they attend fashion show? Do they attend beauty pageant? Do they attend concert? Do they attend entertainment shows? You need to know it very well. Where does your ID customer visit? Are they the type that visit Seychelles? Are they the type that visit Dubai? Are they the type that goes to London for vacation? You need to know all this, because by the time we start doing courses on running advert on Facebook, you don't need to get stranded on who your advert will get to. All this detail will direct you at the point you are going to make use of to know who exactly you are going to target. That is going to take us to targeting on Facebook. Even when you are doing physical marketing, you know where to go because you know where your ID customer lives. You know the caliber of places they visit. You know the kind of people they associate with. What kind of music does your ID customer listen to? These questions I'm asking you, I want to be seeing you dropping your answers on the comment section. What kind of music does your ID customer listen to? Where does your ID customer visit? I want to see you communicating on the comment section. Drop your information there. This has to be engaging. It becomes interactive. It becomes easier. See, result comes from application. It is not just by hearing. It is not just by hearing. If you hear, you do not participate, you do not implement it, it's as good as not hearing at all. So I would like you to drop your comment on the comment section. Who are your ID customer? What does your ID customer look like? Then another point you need to consider is what kind of movie does your ID customer watch? Do they watch romance movies? Do they watch action movies? You need to know, because all this will guide you. If you know they are the type that watch romance movies, you know that any day there is a romance movie that is launching in cinema, you know the caliber of people that will attend, that will go and watch it, because they are the kind of your customers. Those are parameters you need to check. Now we still need to dig deeper. This thing is in levels. You need to dig deeper to define who exactly your ID customer is. Do they have problems? What are their hopes? What are their dreams? What are their aspirations? You need to know this. If you can hear me, I need to see you drop your comment on the comment section. Drop your comment on the comment section. For your ideal customer, what kind of problem do they have? List the problem of your ideal customers. Which kind of problem are they having that make them your ideal customer? What is the worst thing that could possibly happen to your ideal customer if their problem is not eventually solved? I will pause right now and I want you to think, what is the worst thing that can happen to your ideal customer that will make the person not to buy from you? If your ideal customer do not buy from you, what is the worst thing that could happen to them? Do you think your customer just want to buy from you because they like you? No. Nobody wants to buy. Nobody is interested in buying from you because they like you. Nobody is interested in buying from you because they want to make you rich. They buying from you, yes, make your business grow, but they are not interested in making your business grow. It is how what they are buying is going to satisfy their problem. That is what is most important thing to them. People spend their money for different things. They spend money for pleasure. That is why someone can go and watch movie. He spend money for pleasure. People spend money to save time. That is why you can pay a nanny to come to your house or house help to come to your house and be helping you to do things. You are paying the person to save time. You are not interested in helping that house help. Your main concern is to save time. Why do people save money, spend money again? They spend money for different reasons. So if you think your ideal customer just want to buy from you because they like you, deep down within them, it is their problem that is most important to them. So I want you to drop on the comment section now, what is the most important problem, or what is the worst thing that can happen to your customer if their problem is not solved in buying your product? If you can identify this, you will now identify how can your business or your service or your product help your customer to solve their problem. I want to see you drop that in the comment section. Okay, somebody is asking, how do I get to know my ideal customers? Know your ideal customer are the information we are dishing out now. It's just like cooking a pot of soup. One way does not lead to the river. It is not one product item that makes a pot of soup. As small as a pinch of salt is, it is enough to spoil, may or mar your soup. As small as a piece of Maggi is, it is good enough to may or mar your soup. So it is not by whether this is big or this is small that determines what your ideal customer will be. Okay, somebody asking a question on the comment box. How will I be able to find out all this information about my ideal customer? Yes, after this class, we are going to be giving out tasks that you must carry out. It is by implementation of these tasks that takes you to that level where you practice, you make mistake, we correct you, and you start getting used to how to define who your ideal customer is. It is not just by hearing. You hear, you apply, you implement, you make mistake, you correct yourself. From there, you get used to the strategies on how to apply your ideal customer. Because really, in growing your fashion business, there's a whole lot. It's not just by running adverts. It's not just by posting your product on Instagram. There is more to it. And as I said before we started, we believe in process. This is a process thing. You need to apply process. We're not doing magic here. We're not telling you just do this, boom, your business will grow. No, you need to apply the process. So as I was saying, how will you make your customer feel right? How might their reaction be if you are able to make them feel right? What would their friends think about you, your ideal customer? What could happen to their career or lifestyle if your product is able to make them happy? What could be the financial consequence to your ideal customer if they buy your product? People that buy Rolls Royce, do you think they just buy Rolls Royce for fun? They buy it for fame. Some people buy it for fame. Because if you look at 90% of people that buy Rolls Royce, they hardly drive it around. Some of them is once in 3 months they drive it. You'll be asking yourself, why will you buy Rolls Royce and just park it there? It's for fame. So the person that has sold the Rolls Royce to the customer has helped them to gain fame. As I said initially, people buy things for different reasons. Now, what could be the professional consequences to your ID customer? What is your customer afraid of? Are they afraid of you scamming them? Are they afraid of you selling bad product to them? Are they afraid of you selling fake to them? Are they afraid of their friends laughing at, mocking them that they bought from you? What are your customers afraid of? If you can identify what your customers are afraid of before you reach out to them, you know definitely that yes, you have answer to their rejection even before they come to you. Because in marketing, there will always be rejection. Somebody will come to your shop or your business outlet and price after I finish negotiating, one reason or the other, he will just tell you, I will get back to you. 90% of I will get back to you, you never hear from them. Now, if you have an answer to why they should not tell you I will get back to you, that is part of the solution you will get by knowing what your customers are afraid of. Another thing you need to consider is what is the best thing that could possibly happen to your ID customer if their problem is solved. Remember, we talked about knowing the problem of your ID customer. If you know the problem of your ID customer, you will know what the problem could be. So there are a whole lot of questions you need to ask yourself to define your ideal customer. Now, once this is now answered invariably, then you know you are ready to create your sales funnel. Sales funnel now, as we explained initially, you need an audience, but it's not by gathering 1 million people that are not interested in your business. It is better you have just 20 people that are interested in your business than having 1 million wrong audience. Now, in your awareness stage, there are tasks and activities that you recommend you need to carry out in your business to make sure that your sales funnel is being implemented. Okay, we have a question in the comment section. How do I know these things about my client and not interfere in their personal life? You don't need to go and meet anybody and ask them these informations. You are the one that is to define them. Assume that the name of your client is Biola, and Biola represents everybody that can never be your client out there. So you don't need to go and meet them and start asking them, where do you work? Where do you do this? No. You are to sit down and put it in black and blue, define it and write it down. My ID customer, most of them are male. Now, you don't need to go and start asking the male out there. My ID customer, they work in places like this: oil and gas, banking and finance, real estate. My ID customer, their finance or their income is XYZ figure. My ID customer, the kind of places they visit is this. So you don't need to go and meet them. Rachel, do you get that? If you get that, drop it in the comment section so I'll know you are flowing. You don't need to go to them and start asking each of your clients, because you have millions of potential clients out there. You don't need to go to anybody and start asking them, what is this, what is it? No, you have to sit down and create the information by yourself. Next stage in this, now that you have known who the kind of your clients are, by identifying the type of client you want for your business with your customer avatar. All the information I've given before now are what we call customer avatar. Now, there are activities that you need to carry out for you to be able to what? Create awareness of your business. One of it is create a video introducing your brand, and in 2 weeks you make sure you take note of this instruction. What do I mean by that? We're talking about content creation, and in the stage of content creation, it is content that you are going to use to filter your ideal customer from wherever they are into your sales funnels. If you can hear me, type on the comment section, yes, I can hear you. Let me be sure that you are hearing me. Can we all hear me? If you can hear me, can we all hear me? Hello? Okay, as I was saying, one of the tasks you need to do under the awareness stage of creating your sales funnel is for you to create a video introducing yourself and your brand at least 2 times in a week. Then another thing on the next stage, if you have done that for like 2 times in a week, the next week you can do another thing. Another thing you can do is to what? Create a short clip of your product and another clip of your product in use. You merge them together and use it to run a Facebook ad. Run Facebook, run Instagram ad, run Google ad and Google campaign. Then while you are doing this, you need to monitor the results. Then when you are running ad, all the information you have gathered at the first stage of doing your customer avatar, all these are the parameters you are going to use to define who you are targeting on Facebook, on Instagram, or on Google ads. Then while you do this, you need to monitor it. If it's not converting, you create another nice content for the ad and you use your most engaging content. Then while you are running your ad, we advise you to solely budget upward. You can use to budget for your Facebook or your Instagram ad. Then after that, you need to create a landing page to collect email address and contact of your ideal customer. You can use MailChimp, you can use GetResponse. There are so many email marketing platforms you can use. Then with this, you create a Facebook ad or collection of copies, then send the traffic to your page where you want the customer to communicate with you. If you want them to communicate with you on your Instagram page, or you want them to communicate with you on your Facebook page, or you want them to communicate with you on your WhatsApp group, depending on where you want them to communicate, you send the traffic to that place. Then the next thing is you need to create a training to get people together for your kind of service, and this should be done with at least 2 months preparation. Now, while we talked about you creating video or content, you need to do graphics. And for you to do graphics, there are online platforms you can use to create graphics by yourself. Canva is one of them. Subsequent time, we are going to be giving you courses on how you can create these graphics by yourself. As a small business owner, you might not afford to pay so much in paying a graphic designer, paying a video editor. Some of these things you can do them directly on your phone by yourself. Now, while you do this, you take one of the things you are going to take away on this is 1, you do video of your behind the scene with music 2 times a week in marketing your product. For example, if you sell shoe, you can be in your shop, you record a video of yourself dancing with the shoe with music behind. You don't even need to talk, just dance with the music behind. That's one of the strategies you can use to create content that will attract people to your sales funnel. Another one you can do is picture of your goods, which you can post 3 times a day. Then another one is you post one video every day. Another one is you post customer testimony at least 2 times a week. Are we flowing? I want to see your comments on the comment section. I think I need to pause this time. Let's take questions. So if you have questions on the few things we've talked about, I need you to drop your question on the comment section. I just want to be sure you are flowing with us. Okay, you can drop your questions on the comment section. Hello, who is there? Drop your question on the comment section. Okay, somebody is asking, how do I create a good contact to make a good ad for my business? One of the first things you need to do is you identify who your ideal customer is, which is what we have done at the first section of the training, which is you identifying who your ideal customer is, what is their lifestyle like, where do they live, what kind of place do they visit. If you can identify that, that will give you idea of what you need to do to get the kind of customer you need. Customers are peculiar to different business type. So whatsoever your business line is, you can implement this same strategy depending on your business line. My ideal customer might not be your ideal customer. For the fact that we're all into fashion related businesses, that does not mean that our ideal customers are the same. I can be selling bags, you are selling bags, yet our ideal customers are different, because I might be targeting low earners where I'm selling bag of 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, and the next neighbor can be selling bags as high as 50,000 naira per bag. Why another person can also be selling 500,000, 250,000 naira per bag, or you don't know their bags as high as that. So your ideal customer can be different for your different kind of businesses. It is not compulsory that your ideal customer could be a makeup artist and yet you sell handbag. Your ideal customer for your makeup business might not be the same for your handbag business. Okay, let's write down. Now all the information I've given is for the awareness stage. Now for you to make sure that your client's ideal customer become aware of your product, you need to implement all this. Remember I said initially, it is not magic. Now when people have become aware of your kind of business, now this should be done as an advert. As advert is going on, traffic from stage 1. Remember, you are creating several content on stage 1, which is the awareness stage, and you are sending the traffic to where you want them to meet you. Maybe it's on your Instagram page, on your Facebook page, or it's your website. Now once people have learned about your brand, they will likely take interest in what you do. At this point you have hooked the fish, but my dear, just know that you have not gotten it yet, which makes it one of the most important stage in sales funnel. During this stage, you want to focus on the following type of content. The type of content you created in the awareness stage is different from the kind of content you'll be creating now. One of the content you'll be creating now is you can create 3 videos a week, sparking interest by revealing how good your product and services are. Your handbag, how good they are. You take a video and make people see how good they are. You take a video and see how your shoe will fit in them. You take a video and see how the woman hair you are selling will look on them. Now with this, you can do training for them to understand how to apply your service. You can even do it by giving them a free voucher. Then another thing you need to implement is you can tell all your customers to give you video testimonies or written testimony, and you post it back to back. When they receive their goods to them, you can also tell them to make a video while they are unboxing their goods. These are part of the content strategy you can implement under the interest stage. Then another thing you can implement is you create a retargeting and 3-month advert vigorously after finishing all the previous tasks. You post alert when clients or customers buy product from you. You can also post behind the scene of your product. You can create a video of how to use your service or how to style your product. Now, for you to achieve this now, you can create videos making them regret, people regret those that create a video for people to feel that wow, they are missing out if they did not patronize you, or they are missing out if they did not get your product. And if you are running out on this, you need to keep it for like 24 hours or more, 7 days a week, no matter how small it is. Most minimum 7 days. Even though you are running advert of 5,000 naira, you are running advert of 10,000, or you are doing in naira, you are running advert of $10 or $20. Minimum is advisable 7 days a week, not just running a 1-day advert. Now, when you are done with this stage, we have done awareness stage, we have done the interest stage. Now we are on evaluation stage. Congratulations, for you to have gotten to the evaluation stage. At this stage, people are taking very keen interest in your product or service. You have almost closed the sale, but you are not quite yet there. You need to aim for some of this content type to really read them as your customers. One of them is testimony, pricing pages. Where do you direct your traffic to at this point? To your testimonial page. You can direct them to your pricing page, where you have catalog of your products you sell, whether it's on your Facebook, on your website, or your Instagram. You can give them discount and promo. You can do live demo or tutorial product comparison of your product. For you to achieve this evaluation stage, you can use video testimonial to run ad. You can compare your product price with others with a post. Let them know you have the best price. You can also create animation videos using Canva. Canva is one of the platforms you can use to create short videos, design graphics directly on your mobile phone by yourself. You can do a live once in a week chat with them, like doing Instagram live with your audience. You can create a new offer and keep talking about it. You can collaborate with other businesses to bring in bigger one. Are we following? Okay, somebody asking a question. How do I market my product without social media if I don't have money to run ads? I bet you, I will not lie to you. It is not all about running ads, but you need an audience. If you are not ready to run ad, where are you going to get your audience? You need to create a community for your product. You need to create a community around your products. Whether it's online or offline, it doesn't matter. It's not compulsory you are dealing with online. People share flyers, people attend seminars and they share flyers of their product. People go to exhibitions. Some people attend exhibitions to showcase their products, not because they want to sell for that day, but they want to create awareness for their product. Some people go to places and drop brochures of their product. Some people go to Facebook, social media, and comment meaningfully about what they are talking about that relates to their product. From that place, they drive traffic. If you are able to create quality content on your social media page, you are going to build a very good audience. From there, you can monetize it and get customer out of it, even without running adverts. But you will not compare yourself with somebody that have a very good content and run ads. You won't compare yourself with that kind of person. It's just like you see yourself like somebody going to Abuja. One person is going by flight and you are going by road. They are not the same at all. You will get there, but not on the same time pace. Okay, let's proceed. After the evaluation stage, the next thing is the commitment and the purchase stage. Now, the kind of content you create for each of these sales funnel stages, if you look at it very well, they are different. Now, we are at the point where money changes hand. That is what it's all about, isn't it? At this point, they have gotten awareness of your product, they have gotten interest in your kind of service, based on your content. You have evaluated them, and now it's time for commitment. You need to keep your customer motivated for them to come back, for people to refer you, for you to upsell to them, for you to re-engage with them through email marketing. The kind of content you can create at this stage now is you can create affiliate program for your service or create referral bonuses. You can promote them via email. Remember the email opt-in you collected at stage 1. Here you have to make use of them to invite them to take action in your product from the upsell. To break this down, one of the things you can do is create a WhatsApp group for them. Another thing you can do is invite people to join, or you can upsell to your followers on social media. This works for both product based and service based. Do we have any question? I want to see more question. Okay, somebody is asking, can we get more clients or audience without paying for adverts? Yes, I explained it before now. You can get more clients without paying for advert, but it's going to take you a very longer time compared to somebody that is paying for adverts. Remember, sales is a journey. For you to sell, it has a journey, and the scenario is, one, you create an audience. After creating an audience, you nurture this audience, and the roadmap through which you nurture this audience is awareness stage. Let them be aware of your product. So it doesn't really matter whether you are doing paid advert or you are not doing paid advert. The most important thing is create an audience. So one of the most reasons why people do advert is they want to create an audience. You create an audience, you make them aware of your product, you make them pick interest in your product, you evaluate them before you now get to the stage of making them to buy from you. You don't just run adverts straight and just tell people buy. You're not the only one selling. They have so many 1001 reasons why they will not buy from you. So you need to nurture them. You need to make them pick interest in you and evaluate it before you channel them down to the bottom of the funnel. If you look at the word sales funnel is something like this. That is, the top is wider. There are so many crowd there. You need to nurture your customers at that stage. Let them flow down the funnel until they get to the bottom of the funnel. Those who are coming out at the bottom of the funnel now are seen as those that are buying from you. More questions on the comment box. So that is it about creating your sales funnel. So it's all about what? Creating content that will be used to create to drive traffic to your audience. You need audience. No matter what you do in business, you need audience. It is from this audience you now nurture out potential client that will buy from you and patronize your kind of service. Do you have more questions? More question? Okay, let me share something on my screen for you now for you to see. Let me share this. It's what I call content calendar. Sometimes you need to have a content calendar to be able to have a guide on what you are going to be posting on your page per time. You need to have a content calendar and be consistent with it. Are you going to be posting every day on your social media? Are you going to be posting once in a week? Are you going to be posting once in a day? All these things are information you need to know and you need to decide. This will give you a very good guide on how to go about ordering your social media pages. Those are part of the things we'll be looking at in one of our subsequent classes. Any other question? If there are no more questions, if you got value from this class, type yes, I got value. Type I got value. I want to be sure that you got value from this section. Type I got value. I want to be sure. Let's be sure that you got value from this section. Type I got value. If you got value from this section, just type I got value. Can I see you do that? Type I got value. Type I got value. Type I got value. Type I got value. So for those on our Mike Mary Fashion community of WhatsApp group, I'm going to be dropping tags there and other materials that you're going to use to implement what we have discussed today. And it's something that you must implement. I bet you if you did not implement it, you will not get result. It is not magic. It is not magic. You get result by applying what you have been taught. It is not by just hearing it alone. You hear, you implement, you make mistake, you get corrected, and before you know it, boom, your business, you are just see that things are getting better. You are moving, you are living where you are to going towards where you want to be. So you need to implement it. So the tasks, the assignment are part of the thing we are going to drop on our WhatsApp group, and you'll get it there. If you got value, type I got value. Type I got value. I want to be sure you got value in this section this evening. Type I got value. Okay, Precious, thank you. Miriam, thank you. Folashade, thank you. Chiamaka, thank you. Talik, thank you. Chidima, thank you. Kehinde, thank you. Maureen, thank you. Faith, thank you. Debbie, thank you. Ademola, thank you. Type I got value. If you have not dropped that, type I got value. Okay, thank you very much for this section. As I said earlier, my name is Michael Onyema. On behalf of the Mike Mary team, I welcome you to this. We say thank you for coming around to listen to us today. Mike Mary Fashion How has created a community of business owners, a community of fashion business owners who have turned their business passion into what? A thriving career with an extraordinary experience. And in this group, we believe that we don't need to restrict ourselves to just acquiring the skills. Most of us are into different fashion business line. We know this fashion very well. We know how to sew very well. We know how to package do our makeup very well. For those that are into styling, we know it very well. But some of us don't know the business. So knowing the business is what Mike Mary Fashion Business Group is doing. And to know the business, there is a lot that needs to be learned. There is a lot that needs to be discussed. But it is not by hearing alone. I have said it too. It is not by hearing alone. You hear it, we give you tasks, you implement it. That is when you get result. It is not magic. It is process. So thank you very much. This will be coming to end of this section. So if you have any further question, you can drop your question in the comment section, and even after this video section, we'll respond to your questions. Thank you. Bye for now.